A fresh controversy has erupted after US President Donald Trump unveiled plans for a new Board of Peace, a proposal that has left several global allies uneasy and questioning his diplomatic aims. According to Bloomberg, the Trump administration allegedly sought $1 billion from nations hoping to gain permanent membership on the board, stirring debate over whether peace should carry a price tag. The draft charter names President Trump as the inaugural chairman of the Board of Peace, a role that would grant him substantial influence over the group's mission and membership. It also limits participation to 3-year terms, with renewals allowed only at the chairman's discretion, raising concerns about unchecked authority. The report has fueled questions about whether financial contributions could translate into political leverage, potentially blurring the line between diplomacy and influence. Trump's Board of Peace is a proposed international body launched under his leadership. It aims to promote global peace, ensure security, and drive economic stability worldwide. Trump himself is poised to take the seat as the inaugural chairman of the board. However, its eligibility requirements remain vague, drawing increasing global scrutiny. Critics argue it may evolve into a rival power center against the United Nations. Supporters, on the other hand, see it as a modern and flexible alternative to traditional institutions. Concerns across global markets and diplomatic circles intensified after President Donald Trump decided to renew tariffs on several key European Union allies. The move was reportedly linked to their stance on the Greenland issue, adding a new layer of tension to already strained transatlantic relations. Critics quickly argued that Trump's proposed Board of Peace could evolve into a powerful global institution that directly rivals the United Nations. Many feared it might shift the existing balance of international diplomacy and create divisions among long-standing allies. In response to mounting criticism, the White House swiftly issued a public statement rejecting the claims. Officials labeled the report misleading and insisted that the proposal had been misrepresented by several media outlets. Administration spokespeople firmly denied reports suggesting any financial threshold for entry into the Board of Peace. They emphasized that there would be no fixed or minimum fee for countries seeking membership, calling it an open and inclusive initiative. Instead, the Trump administration stated that permanent membership would be reserved for nations that demonstrate a genuine and consistent commitment to fostering peace and stability around the world. This, they claimed, aligned with the core values of the proposed council. However, the White House declined to clarify how such commitment to peace would actually be measured or evaluated. The lack of criteria has left observers puzzled and opponents skeptical about the transparency of the process. This ambiguity has sparked fresh questions about whether factors such as financial contributions, military alignment, or political support could ultimately influence eligibility. Analysts warn that without clear guidelines, the board risks becoming a tool for selective diplomacy rather than genuine global cooperation. The controversy sent strong shockwaves through Israel, which is widely regarded as Washington's closest ally in the Middle East, underscoring the concern within the Israeli political establishment. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu convened an urgent meeting of the smaller war cabinet ahead of a broader full cabinet session, signaling the seriousness with which the issue was being treated. Israeli media outlets reported that the hastily arranged meeting was prompted by concerns surrounding the proposed structure of the so-called Board of Peace and its potential implications. According to Walla, the proposed panel may include senior officials from Turkey and Qatar, two countries that have frequently been vocal critics of Israeli policies. Prime Minister Netanyahu's office reportedly voiced public concern over the composition of the panel, questioning whether its makeup could fairly reflect Israel's security interests. An unnamed Israeli source indicated that the government would first carefully assess the broader implications of the proposal before determining how Israel should formally respond. Separately, Israeli media reported that the discussions would also focus on Iran, including the possibility of US military strikes and the regional consequences such action could trigger. Interestingly, details contained within the 60-country charter suggest that President Trump's broader strategic vision extends far beyond the Gaza conflict alone. It is also worth recalling that President Trump once pledged to end the war in Ukraine within his first 24 hours in office, a promise that ultimately went unfulfilled, raising questions about the feasibility of such sweeping commitments.
25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that we will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.